Biology 143. Specialization of visceral and cardiac muscles. A detailed comparison between the skeletal, visceral, and cardiac muscles is given in our table today. You should study it carefully and try to relate it to the specialization of different muscles types to their functions in the body. While the visceral muscles should not be thought of an inferior type because of its simple structure, it is very well suited to the maintaining steady tensions and uses for less energy during the contraction than that of the skeletal muscle. The role of cardiac muscle in producing the heartbeat is described in our tutorial. Skeleton and locomotion. The skeleton of an organism provides support and protection and can usually be acted upon by mechanical forces so as to produce body movement. Nearly all organisms have skeletons, although in a simple organisms there may be no permanent skeletal materials like the cartilage and bone. Permanent skeletal materials like the cartilage or bone. Three basic types are distinguished, and they are: number one, hydrostatic skeleton; number two, exoskeleton; and number three, endoskeleton. Let's talk about the hydroskeleton. Liquid water has a high density and cannot be compressed. It forms 60 to 70% of the most living organisms and provides support for all their internal organs, cells, and cell organelles. Consequently, any volume of the fluid enclosed in body of an organism acts as hydrostatic skeleton. In simple organisms, such skeletons often provide the only means of locomotion. For example, the contraction of actin filament in one part of an amebia described in our tutorial exerts pressure on the fluid interior and in the body segments to produce changes in shape which result in body movement. Specialized example of hydrostatic skeletons in vertebrates include the action of aqueous vitreous humor in maintaining the shape of the eye and the protective effects of the cerebrospinal fluid and amniotic fluid. In plants, the hydrostatic forces resulting from the turgor pressure described in the tutorial are vital for support and rapid movement. Exoskeleton. These are hard external coverings like the thickened cuticles of arthropods and the shells of the molluscs. The insect cuticles consist largely of chitin, an extremely tough polysaccharide material which is made almost completely waterproof by a thin surface of layer of wax. This combination provides a very versatile building material with almost ideal mechanical properties. Structure derived from the cuticle, including wings and mouth parts, allow insects to cope successfully with many different lifestyles and exploit many different diets. On the other hand, the exoskeletons work best for small organisms and becomes thicker, heavier, and less efficient as size increases. The largest present-day insects are 10 to 15 centimeters long, but most species are much smaller. Number three, endoskeletons. Some protozoa belonging to phylum Actinipoda or phylum Foraminifera deposit internal skeletons of silica, SiO2, strontium sulfate, SrSO4, and calcium carbonate, CaCO3. but these are among the very few other examples of internal skeleton among the invertebrates.